Hello, everyone. My name is Wim van Kouwenbergen. I'm pleased to have Mr. Peter Gijbels with me from EndressHauser, talking about his presentation, which he is going to deliver at Asset Performance 4.0 conference and online platform. Hello, Peter. Welcome.
Thank you, Wim. Thank you for having me. I'm very delighted to be here. So looking forward to this interview and even more to the presentation in October at Asset Performance 4.0.
Yeah. Peter, first of all, can you talk a little bit about what kind of organization you're working for?
Yeah, sure. EndressHauser is, let's say, a well-known name in the process industry before their high quality of instruments. Besides our instruments, we do have a set of solutions that we deliver to asset owners, but also a very comprehensive service portfolio where actually we help asset owners to reach their asset management goals.
Yeah. Okay. So, and what is your role within the organization?
Yeah, happy that you're asking. I just started a new position in EndressHauser Belgium. Previously, I was a global portfolio manager optimization services for EndressHauser globally. I moved back to Belgium, which me and the family is very delighted. But in Belgium, I'm now taking over, or I'm starting a new role as optimization and consultancy manager. And the goal is actually to build in our organization in Belgium a set of capabilities that we can even better support our customers, like I just said, in reaching their asset management goals.
Yeah. Okay. And so during your presentation and without also for your new job, you want to address a certain challenge. Can you talk a little bit of what you're going to talk about? What is the challenge you want to address?
Yes, yeah, like everybody knows, at the moment we are living in very challenging environments, and business and markets are undergoing many changes, and demographical changes, new technologies coming in. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges that we are facing. Nevertheless, also these challenges give us new opportunities, and I think we need to embrace them. What we experiencing that we see that asset owners and also companies like us, vendors, is that organizations are really looking to find a balance in their asset management triangle. And what do I mean with this asset management triangle? It's really finding the balance between increasing their performance, reducing costs, and mitigating risks. And here we also in this presentation that we will do at the Asset Performance 4.0, we will come with concrete examples how you can use data out of instruments to support your maintenance strategies, to, example given, influence production KPIs like overall equipment effectiveness, and hence find this balance in this asset management triangle.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you think in practice, how do you need to tackle this challenge?
Yeah, of course, it's a very broad topic. It's easy said, find this balance, but there's many things that need to be done. And coming back also to let's say the opportunities that this new environments are giving us. One of the first things is, of course, connectivity and digitalization. Let's be honest, without having access to data, a lot of these initiatives can't be made possible. So it doesn't mean that we need to be connected all of the time. We have edge solutions, we have other solutions. So there are many solutions how to get to the data, but data is core and connectivity is core. Secondly, it's everything that you do with this data. So if you have the data, if you have the access, if you can do something with it, it's also the way you tackle it. So what we are using also within EndressHauser is that out of our assets, instrumentation, we pull out secondary data that will have a significant meaning for the asset owner. To give you a very concrete example is corrosion. Corrosion detection and even corrosion prediction will lead to, let's say, a reduction of plant downtimes, etc., etc. But that's a concrete example. And then last but not least, so first data, digitalization, using the data in the correct way that it makes sense for asset owners, but then also bring in the knowledge, the application knowledge that we have from our area of expertise together with the process knowledge of the asset owner. If we can merge this, then we can reach this balance in this asset triangle.
Yeah, okay. So, of course, you're talking about our challenging times. In these times, of course, efficiency is very important. And do you have solutions also in that direction?
Yes, exactly. What things that we are working on is and I already mentioned overall equipment effectiveness, because it's a KPI that's quite well known. What we currently are working on and already have implemented with some customers is that we look at their OEE, and I give you a very concrete example on measurement performance and calibration. So traditionally, customers do calibrate at fixed intervals because out of convenience, and calibrations are being done to have the necessary certificates to be compliant. So yeah, that's a given. However, if you now take an example where you have a legal obligation to be, let's say, plus minus 0.5% of your measurement. Example given, ship loading, just to give to go somewhere. And you are still within your 0.5%. Your calibration helps you with that, and you have a retrospective view. Okay, in the past we always were compliant. Everything is fine. However, the 0.5% is representing an amount of money, and even when you are within these borders, it's left to the right. It's a kind of Six Sigma approach, but you see there's a lot of financial exposure where asset owners risk to lose money. What you can do, or what we are doing, is with using data, optimizing the calibration. We actually tackle two problems at the same time. Because calibration means also downtime. You need to shut down your plant, you need to build out the devices, you need to do all the handling. Third one I will mention later. So there's a downtime that you need to reserve for doing the calibration. So when you optimize the calibration, so you make sure that you stay in your boundaries, but we optimize the interval, we will make sure that we increase the uptime. Secondary, with advanced technologies, predictive technologies, when we can predict measurement performance. So instead of the performance being in the plus or minus 0.2%, 0.5%, we can reduce that, or we can predict when a measurement would go without a boundary of 0.2. So your financial exposure gets a lot smaller. So uptime, financial exposure. And then thirdly is also about risk. Because I just mentioned, calibration means building out devices, handling. There's always a risk of contamination in certain industries. So if we can reduce this risk, then we have another gain. So again, back to my triangle, you see we increase uptime, we increase the performance, and we reduce the risks.
Yeah, and so in fact, you're talking about condition-based calibration as one of the solutions to be more competitive and more correct, reduce risks, etc.
Yeah, exactly. And it's indeed a condition-based calibration. And can I even name it going into the predictive environment? Because yes, with our technology, we are continuously monitoring what is going on, but also we use, in certain circumstances when it's applicable, we can use predictive algorithms where we can predict with a certain confidence what is going to happen. So it's really, again, coming back that I said in the early beginning, where you have, current maintenance strategies, reactive, preventive, and then moving into condition-based maintenance and predictive, which have direct influence on the parameters of OEE, being availability, performance, and quality. And then a fourth parameter, also the utilization. So it's the uptime we can increase, the unplanned downtime we can optimize, the speed losses, the quality losses, there we can play on and search for optimizations.
Yeah, okay. And just a quick follow-up question is there, of course, in this world of calibration and measurement devices, you have also notified bodies and regulators. Do they accept this kind of condition-based calibration?
More and more, they and what we see is that this world is also changing. And by the way, of course, you have the example with chip loading, there you have regulatory bodies that still have a very strict regime where they're saying once a year, full stop. But example given in life science industries, FDA, GAMP, these guys are really looking on the process, not on the details. And when you come with valuable, also the change management stories within customers, we see more and more acceptance that also these auditors accept these new technologies when, of course, it's well fundamented, it's proven technology. It's not some proof of concepts. It's not some tryouts. And this is what we have saw also with asset owners already in life science, that this technology has been accepted. And we have some examples where we're taking the first steps. But let's be indeed also honest here. It are the first steps. And claiming that this is FDA compliant or GAMP approved, of course, you need to go to your V model of your good manufacturing practices, and it needs all to be validated. So don't have a crystal ball, but I assume that in the next coming years, certainly in life science, where utilization and uptime is really an issue, that more and more acceptance will come out of the authorization bodies.
Yeah, and of course, this technology allows a better control, so you're better in control. So at the end, I think it should be acceptable. Okay, but Peter, thank you very much for sharing your insights with us. I would say people that want to learn more, they can join the Asset Performance 4.0 platform. You're going to present at the virtual conference at the end of October. But of course, your presentation will stay in line together with more than 150 other presentations. So people that want to join, they can watch you live, or they can, of course, watch the recording afterwards. Everything stays accessible for more than 1 year. So thank you very much, Peter. See you soon. Bye.
Yeah, thank you for giving us the opportunity, and also looking forward to the online event, but even looking more forward to the live event next year.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.